Oh, hey there. Welcome back to another episode of Rustic Renderings. I'm your pal RJ. Boy, it is once again my favorite time of year. Leprechauns, shamrocks, potatoes and cabbage. That's right folks, I'm talking of course about St. Patrick's Day. To help celebrate St. Patty's Day this year, we're going to make ourselves a nice little wooden four-leaf clover. So, put on your green shirt, relax, pour yourself a nice bowl of strawberry smiggles, and let's dive in. Surely, by now, everyone watching this understands the importance of outlines. Whether you're drawing up plans for a festive Irish holiday decoration, or maybe you're running a AAA game development business, an outline is directly related to your success. Like maybe you're gearing up to release the latest title in your beloved franchise, and perhaps you completely forgot to fill that vast world with any interesting characters at all, or even just a simple yet compelling little story. Just slipped your mind. I'm thinking an outline probably would have helped with that. Or maybe early on in the conceptual phase, it completely took you by surprise that you're still using a game engine from almost 8 years ago. An engine that, well, once upon a time it was a benchmark for vibrant, beautiful graphics, is now dated and sometimes ugly by comparison. I'm pretty sure an outline would have helped back in those early planning stages. Or maybe it's just that you completely forgot to do any sort of simple bug testing at all. You know what? I bet an outline would help with that too. But, unfortunately it's not just one video game studio that's guilty of churning out digital playgrounds that are so infested with bugs that you'll be wanting to call in Johnny Rico and the rest of the Roughnecks to clear them out. No, sadly, many game developers these days are too concerned with the bottom line that they just forego that bug testing part of the outline altogether. Instead, it's becoming increasingly common practice to put out a broken, unfinished game early, then attempt to fix it later on. No, stop it. Just stop it. That's unacceptable. You're charging a premium price for an unfinished product. That'd be like me building and selling you a table for full price that I forgot to install the legs on, then issuing a press release with a plan to occasionally send you a leg over the next several months, till that table is finally complete. I mean, sure, you could eat off that table, but it would suck. But hey, at least some first-party developers are taking their time to ensure a wholly complete, high-quality gaming experience. What's that? No? No, they're not either? Well, crap. Hey, while we're on that first-party game subject, what is going on, Microsoft? I still love you, but what is up with your first-party lineup? I mean, Forza and Gears and Halo are fun and all, but Sony, you are not. Come on, you gotta step up your game if you're gonna keep your fan base happy. Sony's lineup is pretty much fantastic, so, get on it, Microsoft. With that in mind, the whole concept of console-exclusive first-party titles is antiquated and just plain dumb. Like, I'm partial to Xbox's UI and social networking style, not to mention that the Xbox controller feels like a natural extension of my hands that is, in essence, perfect. So, when a first-party Sony title drops, it pains me that I can't play it on my Xbox. Not saying I hate PlayStation, because they are arguably the better platform, but I'd love the freedom to play Days Gone or God of War or The Last of Us on my Xbox, simply for convenience's sake. In a perfect world, Sony and Microsoft and even Nintendo would team up to make a console that plays all the titles from every developer, period. Why can't I play Zelda Breath of the Wild, Halo the Master Chief Collection, and the Uncharted games on one console? It's like me, while cutting this wood, having to switch to a completely different saw because this saw doesn't cut this brand of wood. Why? The rest of the world doesn't care, doesn't work that way. Why do games have to? I can play my Blu-rays on any brand of Blu-ray player. I don't have to buy a Disney brand Blu-ray player to play my copy of The Last Jedi. I can just not watch that movie on any Blu-ray player I want. You know, come to think of it, there's actually a pretty simple solution to keep having proprietary consoles while enabling cross-console play on first-party games as well. Just charge a small licensing fee. If I had to pay an extra $10 to play Horizon Zero Dawn on my Xbox, I'd be okay with that. That extra $10 would cover the cost of any extra techno wizardry that would need to be done, and I'd be okay with that. Get on it, Microsoft and Sony. Make it happen. Holy crap, folks. I sure went way off target with this rant. Sorry about that, I just get pretty passionate about this stuff sometimes. I probably should talk about this four-leaf clover for a little bit, at least. As you've already seen so far, I have drawn out the rough shape of this four-leaf clover on this piece of wood, and then went ahead and cut it out on the scroll saw, then used that to trace out the same shape onto a piece of luan, then cut it out, then sanded them both down. So now we're moving on to painting. I initially started using that green, but as you can see, it wasn't working out so well, so I switched to this one. I decided on a different visual style for this here four-leaf clover. The outline is going to be green, as you can see, and the actual main body of the clover is going to be finished with this natural tone Danish oil. If you haven't caught it so far, this is the same wood that I used in that last video where I made the shadow box. You remember how I said I was going to use that stuff in future videos? Well, my mama didn't raise no liar. To attach that green border into place, I'm just using these tiny little nails. These little nails are just a bit too short to be holding with my fingers, so I'm using these needle nose pliers to hold them in place while I pound them in with a hammer. There are, of course, many different ways that you could make this four-leaf clover, but I thought that this style had a very nice contrast. Well, there it is, friends. The four-leaf clover is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make this, and I hope you have a great St. Patrick's Day. Now, go on, find an Irish person and give them a big old hug or a kiss. Just make sure you get their permission first, otherwise that's assault. Thanks for watching! P.S. I just wanted to take a moment and say happy birthday to my son Colvin. He was actually born on St. Patrick's Day 9 years ago. Happy birthday, buddy. I'll see you guys next time.